Hey cake lovers, welcome to my channel. So today guys, I'm gonna share with you the traditional way of making cake, which is the creamy method. I'm gonna share tips and tricks on how to get the most delicious, soft and fluffy cake using this method. You are absolutely gonna love this. So let's get started. Here's the list of ingredients to make the cake. You'll find the recipe in the description box. Do well to check it out. So right now, I'm going to start off by creaming the butter for 3 minutes. And then I'm going to add in the sugar and cream for right about 5 minutes on medium high. You can use a stand mixer with a paddle attachment or a hand mixer. It's going to work okay. So for this recipe, I used castor sugar for a couple of reasons. I'm going to share that with you right now. So castor sugar has finer grains compared to granulated sugar, which has that coarse grain. So the idea is the easier the sugar dissolves in the mixture during mixing, the fluffier your mixture is going to be. So castor sugar will dissolve faster than granulated sugar. So I recommend you use castor sugar for your baking recipes. It's just the best sugar for baked goods, except otherwise stated. Basically, the creaming method can be summarized in 3 stages. The first stage is just the creaming of the butter and the sugar. The next stage, you add in the eggs one at a time. And the last stage is you add the wet and dry ingredients by alternating. So you start off and end up with a dry ingredient. You will learn more about that as we go on. So right now, I'm just going to scrape the side of the bowl by just pulling out the buttercream, just to ensure that the mixture is well combined or well mixed. So yeah, if you're using a stand mixer, you have to do this. So I'm just going to go back on and whip this for right about another 2 minutes until it's light and fluffy. So this is a very important stage for this method. This is how we get that beautiful rise during baking, by just whipping up the butter and the sugar. So doing this will just fluff up this mixture and trap a lot of air into the mixture. So right now I'm just going to add in some egg white. So I separated the egg into the egg white and the yolk, and I'm going to add the egg white right now. Egg white has that beautiful characteristics of fluffing up when it's been whipped up. So that's why I decided to take advantage of that by separating the egg, just to get that beautiful texture in the overall baked cake. But you don't have to do this. You can add your egg one at a time. It's still going to turn out okay, but separating the egg and fluffing up the egg white will take the texture of the cake to the next level. Trust me guys, you are absolutely gonna love this. It's so good. So I added the egg whites in 2 parts and mixed for a minute with each addition. So right now I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl once again, just to ensure that the mixture is well combined and the mixing is occurring evenly. And right now it's time to add in the vanilla. So I'm going to add some vanilla, and I'll add in the egg yolk. I'll add in 2 parts once again and mix for right about 30 seconds this time around. So we are done incorporating the eggs, so it's time to add the dry ingredient. So once again, I'll just scrape the sides of the bowl just to ensure that the egg was well incorporated into the mixture. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go back to the dry ingredient, and to the flour I just added in some salt and baking powder, and I'm just going to give that a quick whisk to combine. And we're ready for the next stage, which is the last stage of this method. I'm getting really excited. So guys, for this recipe I used evaporated milk just to take the taste of this cake to another level. You can use any milk of your choice, and I just added in the milk and flour. So we're just going to alternate milk and flour until we're done. And that's it. So again, the key is at this point we're just trying to combine that flour slowly but surely. We're just going to turn down our mixer to low speed. And if you don't have a mixer, if you want me to replicate this recipe without a mixer, why not drop me a comment down below. I'm ready for the challenge. So yeah, I could show you how you can do it as well without an electric mixer. So it's gonna come out okay as well, but I want you guys to, you know, put a challenge to me and I'll get it done. So right now we're just gonna go back and forth once again, adding the milk and the flour until everything is exhausted, and that's it. Can you see how silky and smooth this batter looks already? And this is the consistency you should be looking out for. I'm just going to give it a quick stir just to ensure that the ingredients is well combined. I prepared my pan by greasing with some butter. You can spray with some cooking spray or cooking oil, and I lined with some parchment paper. You can sprinkle with some flour. So we do this just to ensure that there's an easy release of the cake after baking. So you want to do this at all times. So right now I'm just going to divide the cake batter evenly between cake pans and move it around to ensure that it is evenly distributed across the pan. And the last thing, I'm just going to tap the pan on the countertop to release any trapped air bubble. So I do this to ensure that I don't have a hole in my cake when it's baked. So if you have air bubbles trapped in the cake batter, when you bake it without tapping it on the countertop, you're going to have a hole in the cake. So that's why we tap the cake on the countertop, just to take out any trapped air bubble. And right now I'm just going to cover with some foil. So guys, this is my best kept secret when it comes to baking of cakes. I always cover my cake with some aluminum foil. I'm going to give you the advantages. When I do this, my cake comes out flat, it comes out super moist, and above all, the cake is cooked in the middle. So I have an evenly cooked cake at all times. So I recommend you try out this tip and give me feedback. Trust me guys, you are not going back on this. Once you try it, you will love it. It's my best kept baking secret, so I'm happy to share that with you today. It's ready. It's ready guys. Can you see how beautifully gorgeous this cake looks? I love the beautiful golden brown color. It's so yummy. So we're just going to insert a toothpick at the middle of the cake. If it comes out clean, you know it's ready. As you can see, it's ready. And right now I'm just going to frost the cake with the most amazing buttercream. So guys, words cannot describe how fluffy and soft this buttercream is. You have to try it. So right now I'm gonna frost the cake with the most amazing American buttercream. So this buttercream is so soft and fluffy, and it's the perfect buttercream for all occasions. You have to check it out. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box for the video, so you'll get the video tutorial of how I made the buttercream. It's pretty easy to make, and I trust you're gonna love it. So I'm just gonna decorate the cake. This is just a sneak peek of the decoration video. The video will be linked down below in the description box. Do well to check it out to see the full video tutorial of how I decorated this cake without equipment. So you will love it. So it's just the basic kitchen utensils you'll find in your kitchen. That's what I use in decorating the cake. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, wanna give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell notification. It gives you instant updates as soon as I upload my videos. I love you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.